definitely brought up some questions that I forgot we still need to answer. It was like, oh no, I forgot we need to answer these things. The worksheet that comes in the binder the music worksheet is so helpful.
Yeah.
And you know, it just takes you step by step through all the different things that you might not have realized you need to provide an answer to the DJ for. And so that was super helpful.
Yeah.
We filled that out. We got that email that said, hey, it's, you know, you're about a month out. It's time for you to fill out your like worksheet. So we did that, sent it over, and she reached out to us same day actually to schedule a Zoom call. So yeah, super, super responsive vendors, which is really nice.
We both listened to R&B and a little bit of rap here and there growing up. So like, that's what a lot of the music is. Just very danceable stuff.
Yeah.
I think we have about like 20-ish songs on our list. Maybe even less. We didn't want to fill up because she's the DJ, so we wanted her to have like kind of her creative control. We have quite a bit of trust in her process.
We decided we're gonna do Rihanna, We Found Love, but the classical version of it. So it's an instrumental, like cello version of it, that I'll be walking down the aisle to.
Yeah.
And then when we do our grand entrance, we're gonna play the Riri version.
And then before her walkout, we're actually doing Beer Boys.
First, I know normally like the Flower Girls and like the Ring Bear go like right before the bride.
Yep.
But because we want them to walk down the aisle to Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married, like the remix
That's why
version.
we decided that, yeah.
We're gonna send them down first.
So it's like an upbeat version of it. And two of our friends who are goofballs, and they're, instead of walking down the aisle throwing flowers, they're gonna walk down the aisle handing out liquor and beer.
I think like a really fun, like Great Gatsby party. Not so much for the music, but for like the atmosphere, the social, the like fancy, because we're, you know, people are getting dolled up. So we're like, we just want to give our guests a fun, memorable night. So our wedding colors are like, the guys are wearing blue, slate, gray kind of tones. And then the females are wearing Bordeaux, like a range, all the way from like light dusty rose, all the way to like a dark, like Bordeaux red. My favorite flower is peonies. And they're only in season like
2 months a year.
1 to 2 months out of the year. And it is not April. But I talked to our florist about that. I told her, I said, if you can find some to put into my bouquet, that would be amazing. We do have like a mood board that's basically artwork from an artist who takes photography of florals. And she had a gorgeous like collection that was all within our, well, I was gonna say it was all within our color palette, but actually it was the other way around. We saw her artwork, and I was like, this is our color palette.
Yeah.
That we still have left is the seating chart. We're not assigning people to a seat, but we're just assigning people to a table. And we couldn't do it until we had like the RSVPs back.
Yeah.
It's so nice, like, you know, Wedgewood Weddings doesn't require you to have like your final number until 10 days in advance. And so I had that in my head for like the longest time. And then I realized, I was like, wait, shoot, we do need to get that seating chart because we have to order that. We're ordering it online. So it is getting produced and everything. So, we'll have to get that done. I think that's a big one. So
on our RSVPs, we put due back to us by 1 April, which is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've gotten almost everybody back besides a very small handful of people for RSVPs.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll reach out to them, and then I think we'll be able to do our seating chart this weekend or very early next week. And I think the only other big thing besides seating chart is our marriage license. But in San Bernardino County, you can only book your appointment to get it 2 weeks in advance.
Which is stressful.
Which is slightly stressful. So I'm just like refreshing the county's website every week until the week that we're gonna be there. So I think the 18th is the day we're gonna go get our marriage license. As soon as that day pops up on their calendar as inside of that 2 weeks, then I can schedule us in.
Yeah, we're flying in Monday. The plan is to figure out the marriage license on Tuesday. Wednesday is his bachelor party. Thursday's our rehearsal, and then Friday's the wedding.
So we're gonna go out golfing Thursday morning before the rehearsal dinner. So I think all of us are pretty big golfers for the most part. Everybody in my groomsmen party. So I think we're taking more precedence on making sure we can golf at 9 a.m. on Thursday than doing anything crazy on Wednesday night, to be honest.
My bridesmaid crew are not crazy partiers, so we did dance. We like dancing, we like eating, we like drinking. So we did all of that at nighttime. But the highlight was when we went to an alpaca farm, and it was like the best day ever. They were the sweetest, cutest things, and I was so excited. I love surprises. So they kept it from me. They didn't tell me that that's what we were doing. We just arrived in all of its gloriousness with all the alpacas there, and it was the best day ever.